We have this breaking news, new word from President Volodymyr Zelensky on the dire military situation in Ukraine. Zelensky saying he hopes to present a blueprint for peace to Russia in a summit this spring. Those remarks coming at a conference held to coincide with the 2-year anniversary of Russia's invasion. Zelensky also saying that 31,000 Ukrainian soldiers have been killed in this war, giving the first official figure for more than a year. Joining me now are NBC News chief foreign correspondent Richard Engel and former FBI special agent and MSNBC national security analyst Clint Watts. Gentlemen, I'm glad to have you both with me here. So, Richard, can you tell us, or what can you tell us about the peace plan that Zelensky plans to propose? I mean, what is his message to the world as this war is entering its 3rd year?
It is, and right now there is a big conference going on here in Kyiv that the government has organized. They're using this moment as a restart, as a reboot, they're calling it. Yesterday, President Zelensky spoke to the Ukrainian people. He was telling them that they need to stay strong, they need to keep fighting, that they can't give in, even though it's difficult. He spoke about the need to get the soldiers more time off and to get them more consistent rotations. Today, he was really addressing the foreign media, trying to talk to the world, because they realize here that Ukraine has a crisis. They're starting to lose territory. They're low on ammunition. Supplies from the United States, weapons and ammunition, are both held up in Congress. So Zelensky's message was, we are going to try and use this moment to outline our vision for the future. And part of that vision, Alex, was this peace plan that he talked about. And he says that this is a 2-step process in which, starting in the spring in Geneva, they would be a gathering of Ukrainian officials. Russia wouldn't be invited to this first peace summit, as they're describing it here in Geneva in the spring. It would be an internal meeting between Ukraine and its allies to effectively come up with terms. They would break it down into committees. They would present each argument as they would like to see it resolved. Then they would present this document collectively to the Russian side. The Russian side would study it, then meet for a second peace summit to come up with just terms to end the war. So a very complicated process. I asked him, he also just gave one more thing. President Zelensky also just gave a press conference, and I asked him about the difficult situation that Ukraine finds itself in right now.
My colleague from Italy, I just returned from the frontline areas in Chasiv Yar, and things look very difficult right now. By your own account, you are outgunned 7-1. The front lines aren't really moving. Where they have moved, it has been in Russia's favor. So my question is this the weakest time that Ukraine has found itself in since that initial phase of the war when Russian troops were literally at the gates of Kyiv?
You have a complicated question. I don't think this is the weakest point. Well, it was a shocking moment on the 24th of February 2 years ago. Now it's the very strong moment for our unity. If we'll get divided with our partners and inside of Ukraine, in this case, that would be the weakest point. At this moment, we didn't have something like that. We understand there was a focus of everyone to this event, and we understand how important it was for journalists to pay attention to this tragedy. But still, the focus of the leaders was also diverted from Ukraine, and the attention was diverted, and at certain regions of the world starting to forget that we have a full-scale war. And I think that was the most difficult period.
It is extraordinary that he doesn't call right now the most dire moment, because I juxtapose that to something that I found literally heartbreaking when I watched a piece of yours yesterday that we aired, when you had Ukrainian troops just writing on walls, a white wall that you pointed out, about how they said, just give us the artillery, we will do the rest. That's all they're asking for, is just the supplying so that they can continue fighting.